nothing. I am connected to the Wi-Fi, you fucking thing. Oh, this is a shout out to my homie, my friend, my love, Desmond, you're a beast. What is up, everybody? We are back. MuseMe TV, episode 141. What the fuck are we doing here, guys?
Damn.
We're here just grinding, dog. We're here grinding. Yeah, guess who we got in the studio? We got Evan.
Mr. Evan, big guy.
Evan, he's in the studio, everybody. What is up, man?
Oh, man.
Welcome
It's
back.
good to be here for 141, dude.
Yeah, welcome back, dude. If nobody knows this, he's actually has been a guest before.
Isn't it 49?
I don't remember, actually.
Dude, if it was 49, that's pretty funny that I came here
On 41.
100 episodes after.
Like about 100 episodes later, I'm
I think
back.
That's funny.
You're like, you're not even laughing at my fucking joke.
It's not funny.
Oh, man. But yeah, Evan White, everybody. Evan White, everybody. Evan White.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Dude, we're just here hanging out, man, chilling. I got the live feed going on. I'm about to open up the chat and everything. But what's up, man? How you doing? How's COVID treating you?
It's been good, man. I've actually been one of the fortunate ones. I stayed on with my job with NBC, and they were paying me the whole time, so I was definitely one of the fortunate ones for that. But
NBC.
WNBC.
Yeah, you gotta say it.
WNBC.
You gotta say it with more Raz. More Raz. WN. Yeah. Dude, that movie's crazy. I can't believe the first time I ever saw that movie was with my Uncle Manuel. Probably,
Really? You saw that with Manny? That's
Yeah.
cool, dude.
I saw that movie with my Uncle Manuel, and then after that, I was just like, oh, man. I ended up buying a DVD of it, and I saw it a lot after that. And I was like, this is crazy how this guy's rise to fame happened of just kind of being a commentator, talking.
And being his own kind of weirdo, you know, and just like owning it.
And if you guys don't know who we're talking about Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, man.
Like, I love how people say Adam Curry or like Joe Rogan, those guys are like godfathers of like podcasting and stuff like that. But if you really think about it,
Yeah, it goes back like pretty far, man. And he was like he was the one that kind of brought it to the forefront, at least controversial radio, like actually getting it out.
got 3 viewers on right now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Hey, viewers.
watching. You guys are awesome. Yeah, the way that it happened too, it's like I remember seeing the Howard Stern show on public TV, like regular access TV.
Yeah, I remember seeing that too when I was younger, man. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
And it was like super late or whatever, but it's still, Dad, I can't believe it got past like how that even worked.
It was all to do with the ratings, man. I mean, that's kind of that's kind of how he won his battle. People wanted to hear it.
And now
Can't argue with ratings.
that's true.
But it was a different time back then too. I don't think you could get away with half of the shit that he got away with on live radio. Maybe so. I don't know. Because the culture is definitely changing where, you know, I feel like controversial jokes back then are kind of just like child's play, considered child's play now.
Okay. Like if you do see like maybe like a weird joke from like the Jeffersons or something like that,
Yeah.
it's not really, that is kind of racist, but it's not as...
Dude, I forgot to tell you, man. Okay, so I was watching National Lampoon's Family Vacation the other day. Dude, there is a super fucked up like racist joke in that I never got as a kid. When the family's packing up, God, I forgot Chevy Chase's character's name, but they're like, I think it was Walt. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, but his neighbors are coming over to see him off, and they're like, "Watch out for the Indians, Clark."
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "Damn, dude, that's pretty fucked up, man." Super fucked up.
I think I do remember that one.
Yeah, it was just like it's totally like slipped in there, and I never got it as a kid. You know, I was
His character name was Clark.
Clark
Yeah.
Griswold. Clark Griswold. That's right.
That's crazy too. That like the way that
Is Chevy still alive?
Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Everybody's dying now. Bill Withers died recently. Did you know that?
No, he's still alive. I did not know that.
Yeah, Bill Withers died. Not of COVID, but he did die.
Well, now that we're here, let's look up 2020 celebrity deaths.
Oh man, all of our heroes are dying.
Yeah, there is actually quite a bit of deaths in 2020 people are freaking out about. We have on the list...
In memoriam
Yep.
on MuseMe TV.
We
should show a slideshow.
I remember the people.
And just put live to win.
Yeah. Live to win. Oh, dude, that thing is hilarious, man. I love that song.
I'm so glad you played that tonight, man. I completely forgot about that.
Live to win
till you die.
That's so cool though that he actually did as a solo project and tried to. I mean, it sounds
to go off on his own,
but it still sounds like fucking Kiss. Kiss is Kiss, no matter what you fucking do.
Of course it does. Oh man.
So as
tablecloth,
Star Wars dude.
Yeah,
I
pretty fucking cool.
I guess you could say I'm a pretty big nerd, but there are some stuff too in the culture that I'm not as versed as other people. Like,
yeah.
There's some times where I'll be like, yeah, I like Star Wars. And like, have you ever blah, 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 did it? And I'm just like, no, man, I'm sorry.
Do you know about this in Star Wars?
And I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm sorry, I'm not a dedicated fan. But then again, I'm kind of the opposite with like Breaking Bad and shit. I'll just be like, dude, don't you remember that scene? Did you see it?
All the fan theories about that.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to our deaths. We forgot all the...
Segued off.
Oh shit, there is it in memorial. There's already a video for this.
Is there live to win on it though? Oh, fucking Kobe, dude. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Kobe, dude. And then Black Panther.
Oh, dude, yeah. Chadwick, what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Are you serious? Why are you lagging on this shit?
It's because we're doing a podcast, man.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
A drag queen.
Regis died?
A host, eh?
Holy crap, dude.
Regis has passed away, folks.
I still remember when he was doing like Nabisco commercials. Do you remember that?
Oh shit! Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I don't know who Malik Basit is. I don't know who Naya Rivera is either. I don't know who Kelly Preston is.
Kelly Preston, everybody. This video's 4 minutes long.
I don't
Benjamin.
know who that guy is.
He looks like he was probably in a 2000 band.
He kind of looked like Bam Margera. Dude.
A little bit. Yeah.
I was like, is that Bam Margera? Carl Reiner. Holy crap, dude. Well, that's kind of expected, though. I mean, he lived a long life.
He's getting old. Sebastian.
Do you know who he
Sebastian.
is? Sebastian.
I'm probably gonna get copyrighted
Steve
for this
Bing.
damn song.
They're gonna sue you, dude.
No.
They're gonna take your videos down.
We'll just listen to it without the song.
Sia Kaka.
Sia Kakra.
I
Chris.
have no idea who that is. I have no idea half these people are.
That just shows there's dude.
Jerry Stiller. I forgot about Jerry Stiller, man.
That just shows that there's so much deaths out there, that there's like so much followings of different celebrities and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like a U.S. bobsledder.
Crazy.
An Australian princess? Holy shit. An Austrian, sorry. Dyslexia.
I have no idea who that is.
Now we have to individually go and look up one of these.
Ashley Minnie Rose. Little Women Atlanta.
It seemed like she's like a reality star, maybe.
Yeah.
There's Kobe. It's so weird how that happens too. Like after something like this, they try to bring up so many different things about like problems and Kobe was accused of this and we need to talk about this. Like, dude, it's over. He's gone. That's like the Michael Jackson thing. Like after he died, then they pushed out that stupid documentary.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do it when he was. Well, I do know why they didn't.
Yeah, because he would have got sued.
Yeah, because they would have gotten sued.
He's got the money to fuck them. Boom. Dude, Roger Mayweather's.
Damn. Lynn Cohen. No idea who that is.
The crazy part about the whole thing is that
oh, dude, Brian Dennehy. Rambo, bro.
Oh shit.
He was the police chief in Rambo.
Damn. Schwartz.
I should know that.
There's a bunch of people though.
Mary Higgins Clark. I should know that.
Like, there's so much out there, man. That's the beauty of knowing all of this stuff, is you can't know it all, dude. There's so much knowledge, so much people out there. There's probably a list of all the people that have passed away famous in probably like Tokyo or Japan, you know, like their celebrities and stuff.
They're icons.
Yeah.
That aren't necessarily worldwide icons.
Which technically probably might be, but we just don't see them as that. Like, here's an example of BTS. You ever heard of them?
No.
You've never heard of BTS. I got to show you who BTS is. But they are a Korean boy band. But they are super famous, dude. They are famous here like crazy.
Is it like, oh yeah, Kirk Douglas. I forgot he passed away. That was expected, though. I mean, he's...
reality show host. I knew there's going to be one or two in there.
Goddamn reality show.
Us, weekly. Thank you for your memorial.
Oh, you showed their logo, dude.
Fuck! Anyways, this is BTS. BTS is this Korean boy band.
It's like K-pop?
Yeah, K-pop.
Okay. I know of K-pop, but I don't know any...
But they're a really big K-pop band.
Look at those guys, man.
Don't they look beautiful, dude? Oh my god, look at that.
They're probably like 40 years old and
like
they
that guy,
look like that.
Right?
They look so young.
This guy right here, this guy is at least in his 40s.
Yeah, he's got salt and pepper hair, dude.
They're like, put him in the back. You'll never notice.
He's taller than everybody. He's got hairy arms.
Nobody will know. Yeah, BTS.
Okay.
But they're huge, big Korean pop band. See, that's again, they're so big you didn't even know about them then.
Yeah, but the other thing too, I'm kind of an old man when it comes to like my musical taste.
You're like I'm not trying to listen to little boy bands.
I should know that. I mean, I should be keeping up on that, but I'm not. I'm terrible about that.
Oh, that's good. Don't keep up with boy bands.
Don't keep up with boy bands, bro.
Don't even worry about that. Don't keep up with boy bands. Those are my cues in. Anyways, man, oh man, we had so much we were talking about. Now I told you once we get to the podcast, like, oh, nothing.
Let's talk about our first jobs, man.
Oh yeah, so
because like that was good reliving those memories.
Yeah, that was fun. So
what was your first job?
My first job was at McDonald's.
McDonald's, and I remember when I first met you, it was through your cousin Paul,
which is not really my cousin.
He's not really your cousin, but I know you guys considered yourselves cousins. That's
another gay story.
Anyway, we went to Ozfest together. That was my first like big concert.
Yeah,
and
that was mine too.
And then after that, I remember because I lived in Bosque Farms with my dad, and we drove through the drive-through of McDonald's that you were working. I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, man?" Like,
really?
That's when we actually like exchanged numbers and like got to know each other finally.
Dope. See, I don't remember that.
I remember that very vividly.
All at all, man. That's crazy.
Because it was the Bosque Farms McDonald's, right?
Yeah. Yep. Right there. Because I don't know how I even got that job. I can't remember how I got it, but I just remember I worked the night shift. I worked there late. And there was this one gothic guy. He was older than me. I think he's probably like in his mid or early 20s. His name was Chris, but he wore his hair just like me, dude. Like to the side, all gothic.
Side, yeah.
Lip piercing, super skinny but tall. And he played bass in the band. No, he didn't have no fingernails.
Oh, okay.
But I think they were black though. But they just weren't like trimmed or anything. Just like painted them. He played bass. And he was a really cool manager because I remember him letting us...
Oh, he was your manager?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I remember him letting us do stupid shit. Like, after we're done closing, we would smoke, and we would actually go on the slide on a tray. Like, you
That's awesome, dude.
You'd sit on a tray and go down the slide, and if you sat perfect enough, you just slid through that thing like crazy.
Did anybody ever hurt themselves?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Like fly out?
Ah, my back.
My back.
But we were
My young 15-year-old back.
yeah, we were way younger, dude. Dude, I remember falling and like doing some really bad stuff. If I did that now, I'm pretty sure I'd be like in so much pain.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. I mean, you have an injury now. It's like pretty serious,
Right?
like,
Bruised for hours. How
if
the
I
fuck
like
did this
scorpion
happen?
whip down the slide like I used to when I was a kid, man. Oh God, I'd probably have like a back and a neck injury. I'd be like, oh fuck.
Dude, I could just imagine a scorpion whip too, man. Oh, that'd be so dirty. Because you see those videos and stuff too.
I did that once. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Horrible.
Fourth grade, Peralta Elementary. I was me and fuck, I can't remember his name. Anyway, me and this kid were like fucking around on the slide, which were all metal slides. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
How dangerous playground equipment was back
Yeah, like
in the day,
it's
dude.
1 o'clock and the thing's steaming, steaming off heat.
I like ran up the slide when he was going down, and like he kicked my legs out from under me, and I fucking hit my head on the side and like scorpion whipped, and
Damn.
God. And I walked away from that. I mean, that's what you did as a kid. Your body is so pliable and like squishy as a kid that you could get away with stuff like that.
You really can.
Now your bones are like they're finally like deteriorating. You've reached the pinnacle in your body.
Now, yeah, exactly.
For the most part. I mean, if you exercise regularly, it's different. But,
You got like
yeah.
some weird gene that I have or whatever. I don't know why I look this good. It's weird.
You age well, man. Manny did too. Your uncle.
Yeah, he's not.
Your grandpa too, man. I mean, dude, we were just talking about him. How he's 80 years old, still going up on his roof like nailing shingles in, dude.
I'm just like, what are you doing,
It's
Grandpa?
insane, dude.
So I guess it does make sense. I guess it's just good genes.
You got good genes in your family, man.
Fuck, I need to pass this on quick. Do you believe that there's actually such thing as bad semen the older you get? So say if you had a kid when you were like 55.
I mean, dude, there is such a thing where your fertility, it's not as potent as it is when you're younger, but I mean, dude, there have been guys who've had kids like 55,
Yeah.
gotten somebody pregnant. That would be fucked up though, dude. Just imagine raising like when he's 20,
You're in your 70s.
you're going to be 70s.
Yeah.
You're going to be in your 70s. You're going to be like
at a retirement
really
home.
old, dude. Yeah, depending on like how you take care of yourself or whatever, but that would be a lot of stress on an old person. Dude.
I would
Another
freak the
kid, dude.
fuck out. What about you, man? Well, I remember we talked. Quiznos was your first job. How did you end up
Quiznos.
getting that?
My brother worked there.
Oh yeah.
So he recommended me, yeah, because him and Kevin worked there.
Oh
And
yeah.
then Kevin worked at Papa John's too, like right next door.
Dope. Like both jobs?
Yeah,
Damn. Kevin was grinding it in high
he was
school.
grinding it out, dude.
So
That
yeah,
was a fun job.
you just got recommended.
Yeah,
And
got
then-
recommended. The boss ended up like hating me though. I mean, we could go into that, but
Trying to make different sandwiches.
no, dude. Like she had like hidden cameras in the back, and I was saying some like mean shit about her daughter who worked there.
That's
And it
what's
was,
up.
yeah, it was fucked up. Me and this guy were like ripping on her, and her daughter came into work like a couple of days later, and she wasn't talking to us. And we're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And we found out that there was fucking hidden cameras back there. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" Like.
So what did you do? Did you quit?
She ended up like dropping me down to 1 day a week, so I ended up having to find another job and quit.
What a bitch.
Whatever.
Couldn't handle
Those Quiznos. I loved working there though, dude. I ate really well, and we did dumb shit there. I remember shooting Roman candles off into Main Street.
No shit, right from Quiznos.
Yeah, from the front door.
Like, hey, get the door. That shit's funny too, man, because it just opened when you started working there, right? It'd only been open for like maybe like a couple months
like
or something.
A few years.
Oh,
a few years.
it's been open for a little
before
bit,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember that when it kind of that whole shopping center was being built and stuff.
It was pretty new. And remember, there was a movie gallery next door.
Yeah.
Video rentals are done now, son.
It's not a thing, dude.
Yep.
Streaming all day.
Streaming all day, man.
But
And
then
that was barely starting, like when I started working there. I think
No,
Netflix
probably
had
not.
been around since I was in high school, but when they actually started like the streaming service,
Netflix
Changed a
wasn't
little
around
bit.
in high school.
Yeah, it was.
No.
They just rented DVDs and
Netflix
Blu-rays.
start.
Oh, I remember that, dude. That's how we watched all those weird movies at my house, those obscure films that we tried to find, you know?
You're right, I guess.
Yeah.
It started in Scottsville, California in 1997.
Oh, yeah, so that was way before we were in high school, so it had been around for a while.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. It was the DVD
It
rental
was
thing.
just DVD rentals. Like
Yeah,
you
so
rent 5 and
yeah, that's where
done, send them back.
that was the start of the decline of movie rental places and stuff like that. They're like, well, I don't even really have to leave the house. I get to watch it for like a month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the cool thing about Netflix, though, when it first started out, like, you could find all of these weird films. They had every film, like, you could ever want. Like, there were times that I tried to find, like, Evil Dead at, like, the Los Lunas, like, movie
Blockbuster or
gallery,
something.
you know, and they didn't have it there. But Netflix did. That was what was awesome about it. You could find any movie you wanted, and they had it.
That's crazy. This just came up as a related search or whatever. When do you think YouTube started?
2005?
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
February 14th, 2005.
I remember that when it didn't have commercials.
Oh, I know, right?
There was no ads, dude.
At all. But then it got transitioned to like, do you remember the whole adpocalypse and shit like that?
Mhm.
Where just ads just come out of nowhere. Well, since we're on the case of looking up businesses, when do you think Amazon started?
Shit. When did Amazon start? It had to have been in like the early 2000s.
I'll give you a
I'm going to
hint.
say 2003.
I'll give you a hint. It's before Netflix.
So 2000 or 99 maybe?
Before Netflix. And Netflix started in 97.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Started in 1990.
90 turn of the century. 1994 was when Amazon came out.
Shit. Okay.
And remember, it was just fucking books. That's it. It just started off as like a book thing.
Because it was a bunch of independent booksellers all in one place, right?
Yeah. And
you
now
can buy everything. And Whole Foods.
everything.
They own Whole Foods now, too.
Everything.
Yeah.
It
You
blows
can
me
get
away.
groceries fucking delivered to you, man.
Blows me away, man.
I've actually done that once. It's all right.
You were kind of okay with it?
I felt weird about it afterward because I was like, dude, I know shopping's stressful, but it's something that gets you out in the public. Like, can't just, I don't know. It's a weird culture that we're creating for ourselves where we're just like stuck in our own little bubble. You get takeout, you can get your groceries delivered to you. You could get everything online delivered to you. Toilet paper, drinks, whatever the hell you need. It's kind of crazy, man.
Do you think
People
that
are like shuffling into their home and confining themselves.
I guess that is kind of a weird statement too, because no human interaction the correct way. And people probably think that what is the correct way, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so say going out to socialize in a bar was the correct way of hanging out with people.
Now we can't do that now, though.
But what if it turns into putting just on goggles and you do hang out at a virtual bar with your friends?
Oh man, imagine going to the club with a face mask on and like face shield. And, like
I would be pissed.
nobody knows who anybody looks like, and they know their eyes, their hair. That's it.
I think that's weird too. Like it is this kind of like blanket immunity.
Yeah.
You can't even tell what's going on. Like, dude, you probably have like so much bad acne. I'll never know.
Never know. Could have like 2 teeth, and that's it.
That's it. But I'll never know.
Oh, it's so weird, man. We are definitely growing up in some weird times right now.
We're gonna
Oh,
die.
dude, I forgot about that screen printing you did at Randy Rhodes.
Yeah, that's an old ass one.
Who is the screen printing teacher?
Gail Ranshaw.
That's right.
Laura Soft, Sean Kingston, PMSL earphones, The Lot Look, a radio show for watching, laugh my ass off. I don't think I'm reading that right.
Comments from your viewers.
Yeah, we got one comment in.
Yeah.
I'll show you it right now. Check it out. Whatever this is. See?
Laura Soft, Sean Kingston. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the acronym for that is.
Earphones, The Lot, like a radio show for watching. I think they're saying that it looks like the headphones and stuff, or like it looks pretty professional. I hope that's what you're saying about me.
They're talking shit about you, dude.
They're like,
I'm just kidding. They're talking
like,
shit about both of us.
PMMSL sucks. Stop using those shitty brands. I don't even know what that is, dude.
I was gonna say you got Tascam. Tascam's a good company.
Yeah, these are actually
Some
pretty
good sound stuff. Yeah,
pretty good deal on these. I was just like, Amazon. Amazon's so bad though. You get so much freaking ridiculous things.
yeah. I mean, I've gotten a lot of stuff from Amazon. Well, everybody's gotten a lot of stuff from Amazon. There's nothing.
I saw.
Nothing earth-shattering about that.
I just look up random stuff and I end up finding weird shit. Like I end up looking up a money counter. They have it.
Really?
They have multiple ones.
A money counter.
Yeah,
Holy
it has
shit.
UV. Like you can look at fake bills and I'll count it all. And I'm just like,
Shit.
I think they're not even that expensive. It's like $120. I was like, what the fuck?
Cash business, bro.
That's weird to think about too. Is like they have all of these products that like, who needs that? An ice cream truck,
Ice cream truck, drug dealer.
drug dealer, ice cream truck, COVID tester,
COVID.
all this shit. Yeah,
Homemade COVID tests.
I thought that was weird as fuck.
Yeah, full cash business, because that's all that's really like used for. Being all, oh dude, I just noticed you got the band on there. Sorry,
No.
I'm ADD.
That's the beauty of this room. Like it always brings up a topic if we're kind of losing traction. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh, check this out. And like, yeah, bro, that's the old school picture.
That's funny that you got the band right there and then Bob Dylan right there, because
Yeah.
that was Bob Dylan's band. Did
Oh,
you know
really?
that? That's where they got their name from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tell us some more.
Okay, so that was Bob Dylan's band, Highway 61. That album that Bob Dylan went from acoustic to electric,
Okay.
and that was his band.
Oh, the band.
Yeah, that's where their whole name came from. The band.
So wait, did they start and then they met with Bob Dylan, or did Bob Dylan kind of just let them go and then they turned into the band?
I think they just, kind of split off because they wanted to kind of do their own thing, and they're fucking great musicians, man. I mean, I don't know, the band is awesome. You seen The Last Waltz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Probably one of the greatest concerts I've ever seen. I mean, it's fucking cool.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I thought that was just funny that Bob Dylan's right there in his like weird getup and
What era was Bob Dylan on that right there?
that was
If you remember.
it was before he became a born again Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was still probably dropping acid,
Yeah.
doing some crazy ass shit.
I think that was when actually I think that was the album where he did that song about Reuben Hurricane Carter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
I
I've
think
never,
so.
I've never fucking followed Bob Dylan as much as I should. Because he has a lot of category of music.
Yeah, he
too.
does. Yeah. I mean, he's an acquired taste. A lot of people don't like Bob Dylan.
Well, you know, been
But,
here and down on the side. But they're catchy, and I love his music, especially a lot of stuff that was featured in movies and stuff. I was like, you picked the perfect like song for this.
Yeah.
I remember one of the ones that I learned it was on The Watchmen when they did the Times of Changing.
Times of Changing. That was a good way to do it.
That was a great introduction to that. And then after that, I ended up finding out more. And then your brother and you guys ended up telling me more stuff too. Like, oh yeah, Jimi Hendrix ended up covering this song of Bob Dylan. It's like, holy shit. How long
Yeah.
the Watchtower and shit like that?
A lot of iconic songs have been done from Bob Dylan. House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
That was one of his. That was his original song.
The Animals,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Animals covered that. What was another one that's been covered from him? Oh fuck! Oh, you got Aerosmith there too.
Yeah, dude. I have the most.
Steven Tyler looks so funny in that photo. He's the only one like really animated.
I have so much, so much, so much, so much of a memory when I think it was the second time I did mushrooms, or maybe the first time. But we did mushrooms, and we were watching music videos at your house.
Yeah, we did that a lot, man.
And then one of the things was
Was it the VH1 Classic?
I don't remember.
We'd throw that on. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that's just crazy, dude.
That was so fun, dude.
But fucking yeah, it was a bunch of like weird ass videos. Like we ended up seeing this one, and like Steven Tyler's mouth literally became his whole head. Because it's that stupid song where it's like blah, 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 blah,
Oh, yeah.
blah. And
Was
then
it the
something like that. So yeah, just imagine his whole face, it's just a mouth. Like, blah, 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 blah. I was freaking the fuck out, dude. And then after like 2 videos, it just turned into like this dark ass. Like I thought it was like a Marilyn Manson video or something. It was so creepy.
What song was that, I wonder?
I cannot remember for the life of me, dude. It was so fucking creepy. Then after that, we just stopped and we just like went outside or something.
Yeah, because we did that quite a bit.
Yeah, we just like fuck around in there for a little bit.
Like, going outside now. What's that?
It's all over. Robert Plant. One more cup of coffee. I'm looking at people that have covered. Oh, Knocking on Heaven's Door.
That's right. Yeah, that was another one.
Guns N' Roses. The Birds.
His voice sounds funny on that song.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
I didn't know the Birds did a cover of that.
And then number 1 is Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because that was that's a big that was one of his really big hits.
Yeah, that one's went fucking crazy.
Oh, dude. That's a cool shirt, man.
Yeah, shout out to Big Bear T-shirts. There's a local comedian /
Oh yeah, Bear Lopez. Yeah,
Bear
yeah.
Lopez,
I remember you
yeah.
introduced me to him that night
Yeah.
at I don't know what that place was called.
the downstairs one, right?
Yeah, it was
Founders. It was on.
was it oh yeah, it was Founders.
It was
That's
on
right.
Central,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Was that the Speakeasy?
Yeah, the Speakeasy.
Yeah, the Speakeasy.
Yeah, he does print shirts and stuff, and he like surprised me with that. He's like, "Hey, man,
That's cool.
I kind of like it. I want to do something with it." So he says, "If you like what you see, you want to make any changes or anything, let's do it. I'll print you out a couple shirts. You can start getting some more merch out there."
It's a pretty damn good color scheme. I like it, man.
I kind of did like the whole. I like the MuseMe TV and the TV.
Because it's like the MTV is synonymous with
Yeah,
that.
it has like a really cool logo to it. This is cool and all too, but it just feels like it's a little bit outdated.
With Steven Tyler's mouth head.
Or the clip art. And then this is just rip off of Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it and all, but
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't get sued. Not now.
I can't do that, guys.
But yeah, I do appreciate Big Bear giving me that. He's awesome.
T-shirt, Bear.
Shout out to Bear. Go check out his print shop, Big Bear T-shirts. I don't know the exact location. Just Google it. You'll find it.
Just Google it. You'll find them.
That's what I tell everybody at the end of my podcast. Like, just look me up. MuseMe TV. You just got to Google it. I swear to God. But I've actually gotten to this point now where if you just type in MuseMe TV on Google, I'm the first thing that pops up.
Dude, when I subscribed to your YouTube channel, it was like the 4th thing that popped up when I put Muse in there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a little building thing too.
Moving up, big guy.
Everywhere podcasts are available. Anchor, Apple, Spotify. Make sure to go check them out, guys. Twitter, all that good stuff. Social media wise, just fucking look up MuseMe TV.
Yeah.
Anyways,
find it, guys.
You know what was crazy? One thing I did want to talk to you about. Did you hear that Cardi B and Joe Biden interviewed? They had an interview together.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Cardi B and Joe Biden had an interview because Joe Biden is trying his best to get whatever he can from the millennials.
Not only that, man, but like, look, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I am very sorely disappointed in the DNC this year.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, come on, man. Guy's a fucking racist. And
he's super old. He doesn't have the same values and stuff that we... Dude,
No.
he literally was...
We're choosing 2 races. We got the choice between 2 races. Great.
Yeah.
It's like the turd sandwich and the fucking douche.
I know this never happened in our lifetime, dude, but I don't know, dude. Do you feel like something big is coming, dude? I honestly feel like something big, like a stupid civil war or something, dude. People are fighting for each other for the dumbest reasons, man.
We're on the brink for sure, man. You know, how I've always thought about the United States, well, just human life in general is, look, think about it. We're not really that important, man. And that's the problem with people. They think that their opinion is so goddamn important. It all comes down to ego. And the fact of the matter is we are living things, living on a rock, revolving around the sun, in the Milky Way, and there's a huge expanse beyond that, dude. We don't really matter that much, dude. But I think the problem is you know, people stick to their opinions too much. They stick to their opinions and they treat opinion as fact.
Yeah.
Opinions are not fact. That's just the way you feel about something.
Yeah, and that's
Get over yourself.
And that's the shittiest part, is when people start building up these like combination of ideas that other people agree with that don't allow other ideas or ideologies to come through.
Yeah.
Because that's always the shittiest thing that I have to deal with when I talk to people, is I'm just like, I don't really believe in the Republican Party, and I don't really believe in the Democratic Party. I'm a very centered person.
Yeah.
And then I give them the idea where I'm just like, oh, but I mean, I think I should have a gun. Oh, well, you're very Republican then. Like, no, I'm not.
I own guns.
I should have a gun. Why should not have a gun? And you'll go the opposite way, where it's just like, oh, well, maybe you should allow women to have abortions and stuff. Like, I think that's something that can be. Oh, then you're full left. You're full. There is no middle ground anymore.
Dude, it's
that
common
sucks.
sense. Come on. It really is. You're a sensible person, on Hill. We draw from both sides.
That's what we should do. I don't know if you've recently noticed, there's actually a lot of people calling the Democratic Party racist, and the fact that our country from the north side is founded by racism.
I mean, well, you know, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Republican Party has totally shifted from that, though, and the Democrats used to be the ones that wanted slavery.
Yeah.
Dixie Democrat. That's a thing from the South. That was a thing. That was a term. That was a term back then. They were very racist. And I think some of them still are. I mean, dude, politics in general are just racist. What do they talk about all the time? Getting the black vote. Getting the Latino vote.
Right, the minority.
They always think of them as minorities, and it's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, they think about it in numbers, and they think about it, you know. Joe Biden, I got to have an interview with Cardi B. Of course I'm going to do that, because it's going to boost my likability with younger people. Not only that, but colored people too.
Mm-hmm. And even Cardi B,
they always have an ulterior motive behind it, though, and that's what I don't like about politics.
And we'll have to watch it after this, because I don't, again, more fucking copyright strikes. But in the interview, she was just like she's not a politician. She's not. The way she's talking to him makes it seem like my views and my opinion should matter because I have 30,000 followers, 30 million followers.
And that's fine, dude. I mean,
it's scary.
It's scary, dude. But look, man, I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. That's fine.
America.
It's America, man. You should be able to be entitled to your opinion. You should be able to have free speech in this country. I mean, that's what it was founded on. It is kind of weird, though. But whatever, dude. I mean, I think that's a political stunt by Joe Biden, for sure.
So, okay, here's the question then. Do you think there will be some kind of civil unrest when a president is chosen? Because literally, both sides don't like each other.
Yeah. Well, and the crazy thing is, too, I mean, this didn't get a lot of news play, but Trump built a bigger wall around the White House.
Oh, really?
You didn't know about that? It's like a compound wall now. So it's to... What did they call it? It was an It was an anti-trespassing wall, basically. So it's 13 feet high and it's concrete now.
I see it. Jesus.
Isn't that crazy, dude? So, like, I started, like, thinking, like, my head rolling off into it. I was like, dude, I wonder if President Trump will have to be forcibly removed from the White House, dude. If it goes to the Democrats this time.
Okay, so
I was like, dude, that would be fucking insane. We've never seen something like that.
Here's the thing, though, too, is like Trump also says jokingly every time you hear it once in a while, he'll just be like, hey, I like to see them take me out of office.
Yeah.
And see, even though he says it as a joke, that puts instilled in people's minds, especially at a younger age, they're like, that's right, my president isn't going to be taken out of office.
Yeah.
And that causes more of a rally, more of unrest, more people wanting to fight against each other just because we're like, we should have the election. If he loses, oh well, maybe he can try again in another future.
Well, and that's what's crazy about what's going on right now with the COVID pandemic. Dude, a lot of people are going to be mailing in their votes. And there's a bunch of talk, especially from Trump, who wants to discredit everybody who's his opponent, about mailing in and how there could be corruption involved in that. I don't necessarily think there could be corruption involved in that, but dude, that many people like throwing in mail-in ballots, I could see a lot of them getting lost, dude.
Yeah.
Or not counted. That sucks, man. I mean, our whole voting process has pretty much been changed because of this. We're living in a very tumultuous time right now.
Especially,
it's very bizarre.
Yeah, especially if they put it into a sense where it's just like, oh, you can go out to vote if you want to. Obviously, I don't want to be a dick, but more Republicans will probably go out and do it because they're just like, well, first of all, I'm not really a big advocate of this virus. Second of all, I'm going to go out there no matter what to vote for my president.
Yep.
So those votes will probably be counted a lot faster than the mail-in ballots. And obviously, I feel more Republicans would go to vote in person than Democrats would.
Well, that's pretty much what happened last election.
Okay.
You know, a lot of young people didn't want to go out and vote. I think a lot of people got upset, and they're probably upset again that Joe Biden got the nomination instead of Bernie. Bernie should have won that, man, honestly. And I think the DNC just didn't want him to be a part of it. Because he's been painted as a communist time and time again.
Yeah, or socialist or some kind of weird-ass idea. But I
mean,
mean,
I don't agree with everything that Bernie has to say, but I mean, a lot of the things that he talks about are sensible.
And that's the beauty of trying to figure out how to make this country better. It's just like, if we keep sticking with the ideas that we have, and we have, again, we do this two-party system, it obviously has caused us to be more separated than united.
Definitely.
So then where the fuck is this helping this place?
Like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. I mean, sadly, it all revolves around money. I mean, we have a guy in the White House now who is a corrupt business owner. He's a shisty dude. He's basically like a shisty landlord, and he is working for his own personal benefit, and it's been proven time and time again.
Yeah, you kind of do see it. I mean, the wall, the wall,
But not only that, dude. Like, dude, he takes golf trips on our fucking dime, like, constantly. I mean, he during this whole thing, I think business loans went to his businesses and friends' businesses.
But yeah, other people that were struggling.
Other people got fucked by it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a local business owner here in the film rental industry who 10 minutes after it became public, God, I'm not saying this right. So 10 minutes after business loans became public for small business owners during this pandemic, he went on the website. 10 minutes after, none left. It went that quick. And it got swallowed up by a lot of bigger businesses and corporations.
Damn.
And it was supposed to be helping small businesses, man. Small businesses have really gotten fucked by this.
Yeah, you see it now. Look at fucking, you drive by a bunch of shit. It's all just closed down.
Yeah.
Cody, what is up, man? Thank you for joining. He says, hello, humans. And then he goes, Trump 2020, keep America great. Thank you for your input, man. We appreciate it. Again, I'm so centered. Like, there's ideas from both parties that are viable and we can use in this country. But when you start picking a side, you start dilly-dallying like, oh, I believe this more. Oh, this is happening more. We're never going to get anything situated. Like,
no, we aren't. I mean, if everybody if everybody wants to die on the hill with their opinion, that's what's going on right now, and nothing ever gets solved. Don't just choose anybody, bro. That's my only advice I got to say. Don't die for somebody else.
Or we should actually go out there and try to choose somebody, because, again, the sad part about all this is there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't go vote.
Yeah, it is very sad.
I don't want to be a dick. I'm not trying to like bash on my family or anything, but they're not voters. Like, they never do it. They're come from
I have a lot of friends who aren't voters.
Yeah, they come from a low income family, so they don't feel like their vote really matters.
Yeah, they don't feel like they have a voice, and that's the sad thing in this country. A lot of people living in poverty don't have a fucking voice.
Yeah, they don't feel it.
They've never had a voice.
We see it all the time too. The way like other structures and other buildings are like revamp it, like, hey, we're helping the military, hey, we're helping these kind of districts, and we're helping this, but yet poverty nations and like even the ghetto. Why isn't we trying to fix the ghetto with just a little bit more like, oh, let's put some better businesses in there. Oh, let's put some more stuff like that. We can't because it's the ghetto and they'll ruin it. How the fuck do you know that? You don't know that.
Not only that, dude. I mean, we've discussed this before. The way this country is built, they want to keep people dumb and blind. The easiest way to do that is get people hooked on drugs, get people hooked on alcohol, and chasing that American dream that nobody ever like really seems to find.
Yeah.
It's
like a fantasy almost.
The American dream doesn't mean shit anymore, man. It really doesn't. The middle class is disappearing in this country, and the American dream is pretty much gone.
So this is one thing that I've always been scared of, because I've even listened to this since fucking the high school days, how the government's going to lose control of the money. They end up doing like a one world government kind of thing. Or in this aspect, I feel that another country, some other superpower can emerge because we keep fucking up.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we are pretty strong. I think we do have a lot of advantages because we have a lot of great tech companies that come out of here. We have a lot of great manufacturers that come out of here. But just because they come out of here doesn't mean that they don't get bought out somewhere else.
no, and you know, a lot of work gets outsourced to other countries. I mean, that's the sad fact about.
Is that what keeps us alive, though? That's what I feel like. Okay, so we invent something, we make it badass, and then we're like, okay, we made it, you guys make it for us, and we'll rack up the debt on that end. So that we kind of have this clout, you know? It's just like, oh shit, we got to wait for America to build the next coolest thing so that the rest of the world can start getting it in a mass production kind of way.
It's interesting, man, because I feel like what keeps us on top is we keep people roped in a financial bind. And what I'm kind of talking about is like, you know, Mexico. Mexico's a perfect example of that. We have a lot of manufacturing corporations there. And we kind of just use the country to get their cheap labor. And people get kickdowns from that. Oh, shit. And people get kickdowns from that. And I feel like that's how you keep people in slavery. That's how you keep countries in slavery. Because I keep them binded to you.
I remember a term that was great. It's like paid slavery. Kind of like you still kind of feel like you're working for something, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of always feel like I'm trying to better myself and do more and stuff. But in the long run, where I know that I have to have the 9-to-5 job just to like sustain my health and a place to live and stuff, that kind of sucks.
It's slavery, man. It really is. It is mental slavery for sure.
Because it's like, man, what the fuck? I should be enhancing a skill and stuff. Oh wait, I can't because I have to go to work for 8 hours just to live. And
I have to go to work Monday through Friday. That is my life.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 days off.
And then that's where you have to try to strive to be a better person. Yeah. That's hard.
Well, it sucks, man. I mean, I feel like, especially in this country, anything outside of work and basically being a robot is not nurtured. I mean, we see it with art. We see it with music. We were just talking about that earlier. You throw up a video on YouTube of you doing this sick fucking shred. You get 30 views, but you're playing StarCraft and you get like 300 views.
I know. That's so sad.
Art and a different way of thinking is really not nurtured in this country. You start thinking outside the box, people don't like it.
Yeah. Especially because sometimes art is subjective.
It's super subjective.
It's like, I like that.
That's what it is. That's your personal vision being put into whatever you're doing, a painting, a song, a film.
And it's crazy when it comes out to the masses, because that's another thing I feel too, is like if it impresses the right person and they say they like it, that kind of works as a domino effect for everyone else under them to like it.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, well, this person Cardi B likes it.
That's exactly what I was going to lead to.
Cardi B likes it.
Cardi B talked to Biden. Maybe we should all start talking to Biden.
Maybe we should accept Biden.
Yeah, see, and that just brings more of an illusion of the actual fact and premises of what's going on in this world. Like, dude, we probably should be worried more about like global cataclysms and actual environmental issues. No, we're trying to get a bigger army, better clothes,
Same fucking thing over and over again. I mean, don't get it twisted, man. These people are out for themselves. Both sides of the spectrum. Trump's not a maverick. He's in it for himself, bro.
A savage. He's
He's in it for himself, just like Biden is, man. That's a sad thing about this country. We give all of this power to these politicians who are supposed to be public servants. That's how this country was built. They're supposed to serve the public. They don't serve us, man. They don't serve our best interest. If they did, we wouldn't have half of the problems that we do.
That's true. Because there's always so many different ideas that are put into place. They're just like, hey, what if we did this? Well, that's not the way that the right or the left would do it.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Maybe it needs to be done a different way, but they don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's what I heard this great quote. Well, not a quote, but like my friend Matt told me that like the best kind of government is a government that takes from all the other governments. So you should take ideas from a socialism. You should take ideas from a dictatorship. You should take ideas from a fucking communist. You should take ideas from a capitalist country. You should take all these ideas and make it into something unique that works for everybody.
Yeah.
And that makes sense too. It really does. Like, okay, maybe there should be more incentive. One thing that I really hate is how this country works with minimum wage. Like, that's actually really bad because it gives everybody the incentive to be an average worker. When there's people out
That's
there,
very true.
There's so
I
many.
never thought about it like that.
There's so many people out there that deserve more pay, more for what they do, but won't because of a program installed as low wage or a minimum wage.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sucks too because, hey, we've both been working the same job. You've worked it for 2 years. I've worked it for 5 years, but yet we still get the same pay.
I have more experience. I have more passion. I put more. Yeah. And it discourages a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never really thought about it.
And that always kind of hurts. That kind of makes it even more sad for people where they're just like, well, I'm kind of stuck at this job. I can't really do anything. I'm kind of just describing my own life. But I like my job. I really like what I do. It's really rewarding. But the fact that I don't get the right amount of pay for what I do, I feel is not what it should be.
How long have you been working there now?
Probably like 6 years.
You're due for a raise, man, for sure.
I've gotten a few raises, and I'm higher in position. Like I'm pretty much the night supervisor. I help a lot with like helping with schedule and getting everything set with that. But I feel like, man, I should be making more. I hear about other people in other buildings that did the exact same thing I do, and they're like, yeah, I make this much. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you make that much?
Dude, yeah. I've gone through that a few times in my life. I mean, one of the last jobs I was at was a camera rental house. I was always like harping on getting a raise. And I was doing a lot of work there. And when I finally decided to quit, they hired on somebody else for more money. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm done, dude.
That's when you know, like,
that's when you know that they don't have your best interest at heart.
And it's a money issue thing. Like, I hate to say this, but we're kind of just like numbers to them.
Oh, for sure.
Where they know it's a replaceable thing, and if not, for a better value.
They think about it on pieces of paper.
Yeah.
That's what they think about it as. Profits are up. If they're not up, we need to figure out where we cut things. Oh, but it's okay. We could have upper management who doesn't really do shit, but gets paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let's gut the people on the floor.
The people that are,
people that are actually doing things. The people that actually make the wheels turn in your business.
Right. They're like, hey, we need to cut production and employee costs by half, but that means everybody gets more work.
Yeah.
What? That's one thing that
it's ludicrous, man. It's very ludicrous.
I honestly wish that this future is going to be more robotic, because I do embrace the robots to take over our jobs. Because I'm
scared of that.
Don't be scared, because
I'm scared.
if they do it correctly, that means we have more time to enhance our skills of what we want to do.
That's very true, but I mean, we got to figure out a way if AI is going to come into this world in a very prevalent way and actually start taking over. Well, I mean, it has already happened. A lot of manufacturing is done by AI.
Yeah, look at there's already electric cars on the road that drive themselves.
No, that's true, but I mean, we are going to have to build a society that's not about monetary funds and chasing monetary funds. And how do we do that? I mean, that's the big question.
Do you think after a certain point, though, it just becomes more of an enlightening thing? Like, okay, we've built all this stuff to And
Could be like Star Trek, where it's like the only thing that matters is the pursuit of knowledge.
yeah, see, that should be our
Yeah, that should
aspect of
be
life.
it. Money doesn't mean a thing in that world, and it's all about the pursuit of knowledge.
And the more that I kind of feel like that kind of does still have a prevalent effect here and right now. Because people that know more, that actually have secrets of the world and shit like that, I'm pretty sure they're very high up there in the
Oh, for sure.
political spectrum.
Yeah.
But yet we have people like us where we're trying to discover these things,
Trying to
understand
piece
it,
it out and understand it.
and
yeah.
but yet they have all the knowledge that they have. Like I remember this video that I saw back in the day where it's like the alien race book from A to Z. I mean, it literally.
Interesting. Where'd you find that?
It was just a YouTube video. And there's actually a couple YouTube videos, but this video was actually like 3 hours long.
Okay.
And it goes through each of the races from A to Z. You'd be surprised, dude.
Interesting.
There's like 6 A's.
Weird.
Yeah, so you end up discovering a lot. And then that's the weird thing too, is like they start describing some aliens that we heard about growing up. Like, remember the reptilians?
Yeah.
Remember hearing about that, dude? That shit was creepy. But then you end up hearing about more stories about them and like Anunnaki and the way like serpent gods came from the skies and shit. I'm just like, is it really that far-fetched?
You never know, man. I mean, the Greeks, in Homer's Odyssey, were talking about like giant ants mining gold out of the mountains in Greece. Dude,
that's fucking blows my mind, dude.
But you never know if they were taking liberties with that or if that actually happened. I mean, there's no way of knowing that.
But that's the same aspect of like Native Americans, how they believe like, oh, the star people came and showed us knowledge,
and the theory of creation from the Native Americans. Yeah,
and it seems like it's more of like, holy shit, what if it is like an extraterrestrial encounter or something that we just can't describe?
You know Devil's Tower, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know the myth of that, where it was like a giant bear that tried to grab these kids from the top of the mountain, and he
clawed it,
and that's why there's those indentations. Well, that's the myth behind it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And that's just to say too, like, what if they can't describe something that size or that big? Because I remember them saying something like there was a Native American thing where like they came from the sky on birds that can fly with no hesitation of like wings, but yet still went through the sky.
Oh, interesting.
But yet it's still showing like, I mean, now that we're smarter humans and we know more about technology and stuff, that sounds like a fucking alien, like a fucking
it sounds like a UFO.
But then we end up discovering more stuff. Like recently, the Pentagon and the Air Force, they say they believe in extraterrestrials now. They don't, okay, not extraterrestrials, but they believe in unidentified flying objects.
Yeah, because they've probably seen them. I mean, dude, it would be insane to think that we're alone in this universe. That would be insane to think that there isn't another being or race that could have traveled the galaxy that had that kind of technology.
That may be true too. But I heard also of this. It was called the Fermi paradox, where what if there's 3 different aspects of it? Is like, what if we are not the only people, and yet we keep expanding so far from each other that it takes so long to meet each other we never will. So that's one theory. The second theory is that we've never been able to pass the gray filter, so we just can't see them or know them because it's in another consciousness or another different perspective of life that we don't know.
Okay.
So that's the second one. And the third one is that we might just be the only one here. Like, we don't think about it that much, but we actually might be the start. And then all the other stuff that's starting to bloom was stuff back in the day, like microorganisms.
Such a fucked up thing to think about, because it's like, dude, we are so dumb as a race. I mean, that's what sucks about it. If we are the only ones and we are the genesis of,
we're the start
of organic beings in the galaxy, that's kind of depressing to think about, dude.
That's what,
we're so mean to one another. We're so fucked up to one another.
That's why the Fermi paradox always blew me away, because it kind of gives you an aspect of what can happen. So I don't know. Again, we probably can't reach them because it's so far away and the universe expands so much.
Interesting.
They don't give a fuck.
The Fermi paradox.
Yeah. I saw a pretty good video on it. There's this corkscrew.
So expansion, are you talking about the universe expanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only that.
I have heard that where, like,
they're expanding.
Speed of light is different when the universe starts expanding. Obviously, it's from point A to point B, but light takes longer to get to a spot. And
Yeah. And
further you expand.
even if they are trying to fly to us right now, the expansion of the universe still makes it so that their light years are just as long as it needs to be so that they never do reach us with that expansion.
Oh, that sucks.
There's so again, see, this is us going.
That really sucks.
This is us going from shitty politics about nothing that really matters to actually trying to find out these fucking insane, really complicated ideas where we don't even know about, like the whole the pyramids. Like that blows me away every day, dude. I'm just like, what the fuck? Are the pyramids really there?
Well, I mean, look at Chaco Canyon. It's crazy thinking about how those people had such a grasp on astrology. Being able to carve sundials that interacted with the winter solstice and the summer solstice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty mind blowing, dude.
Stonehenge and all that shit. That shit's weird. Gas Mask, thank you for joining. We got Gas Mask in the comment section.
What's up, Gas Mask?
Says Marco Rubio said it would be better if the UAPS were aliens and if Russia or China were developing that technology. It would be better if the UAPs were aliens. What are UAPs? You know what UAPs are?
No, I don't.
I'm
an amateur when it comes to that. I don't know much about aliens.
Gas Mask, we're looking up what UAPs are at this moment because I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something. Unidentified aerial phenomenons.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So yeah, Mark, it would be better if the unidentified aerial phenomenons were aliens than if Russians or Chinans were developing that technology. So that is actually a pretty good question too. Is like people freak out where they're like, "Oh, it's not aliens; it's just Russians or the Chinese with super advanced technology that they're trying to test out and stuff." Who knows, dude? That's what blows me away too. Is they say that the government is literally 20 years ahead of technology than the actual society. The government is. So they already have technology
crazy,
20 years ahead of time. This blew me away because on Joe Rogan, he had the return of Alex Jones. 4-hour podcast, a bunch of rambling, bunch of bullshit. But he did say something that blew me away. He's like, in the 60s, they actually had a patent and were inventing VR. And they pulled up the patent and the design of it. And it was from the 60s.
That's fucking crazy, man.
And the VR
reality
barely came out, what, 5-10 years ago?
Yeah, it started becoming like a big thing. I feel like even sooner than that. It was like 5 years ago, yeah.
So it's so crazy to think about that. They probably have some stuff in their, like, Oculus Rift, like Oculus.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, like, or like AR technology, where they just literally have glasses that show you, like, all the stats of your
Google
body.
Glasses.
Yeah, that, dude.
Google Glasses, man.
Imagine that just 20 years more advanced.
It's going to be like They Live, bro.
I know, right?
Put on the Google Glasses and it's going to jam a signal into our brain.
But have you heard
interpret reality a completely different way.
Have you heard of the Neuralinks?
No.
The Neuralinks is a thing that Elon Musk is making. It's a little microchip that goes in. So what they do is they take a little piece of your skull out and they
plant it
in your head. He's actually done clinical testing on pigs. On
fucking crazy, man. Wow.
He's so close. Okay, so what he did is like he put it on pigs and he put 3 different pigs. He put one in no pig. He brought it to the test subject. So there's a pig with...
Because pigs are very close in DNA to humans. Yeah.
So there was a pig that had no chip in their head. Another pig that had a chip in their head for 6 months and then was removed so that you can show that it doesn't affect your way of life.
So you could actually take it out. Like it doesn't have to be a permanent thing.
Exactly.
Unless you want it to be.
And then the third one was the pig that actually had the Neuralinks and it was connected to its nose receptors. So every time it would smell something, it would beep like a vector, like some kind of like graph would show like different meters of why it's smelling and stuff like that. So they're... Obviously, maybe it's a more they have to develop the design a little bit more and stuff, but they're starting to figure out like these little niches in your brain, and they can read that stuff. Like, okay, that's why that little
smell, taste, the sensation of
feel,
taste.
Even that tasting and the sensation of taste are probably 2 different parts of your brain.
Well, it's pretty crazy because I mean everybody knows smell is such a powerful thing. Like you smell your mom's meatloaf, dude, it brings back memories that only you know about. You know, that's something that's subjective to yourself. I mean, it's pretty wild that if they're able to map the brain like that, it's pretty fucking wild, man.
It's so crazy to think about too, because what he's using it for is for people that have more of physical disabilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to reactivate the spinal cord, be able to reactivate nervous systems in the brain, so you can start moving more. So it's gonna start like that. But Elon Musk said multiple times that you'll literally be able to Google in your brain. Like literally everything you want is in there. Maps.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing though? I mean, it's such a like an uncharted like territory with that, you know.
Who knows, dude? I know.
Oh,
personally,
that's so weird.
I personally want it.
Yeah.
In my head right now, I want it. Cause okay, here's an example.
Would it level the playing field though in terms of knowledge and education?
It better. Like, dude, we should know more about our life, more about human interactions, because. Again, me and you kind of have a little bit more of an open mind. We've done research. We know a lot more about different religions, different aspects of life. But there's some people out there that have never touched that subject.
Yeah, they never wanted to. It was just something that
all Christian, all Catholic, all Mormon. They've never learned anything else. So imagine having this thing in your brain that opened your mind to all the information in the world.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you be?
crazy.
I feel you would be a better human because you knew the sufferings of everything.
Yeah, because you would carry away a different perspective from everybody's experience, which.
But okay,
I feel like that's what's kind of lost in this country. I mean, when we were just talking about it earlier, when you have an opinion and that's what you live and die by, without ever thinking about anyone else, having empathy for anyone else, or taking experience from someone else's struggle or their experience or their life experience, you can kind of stifle yourself, and that opinion just becomes you.
Yeah.
You should never just make your opinion. You should never live and die by your opinion. It's not fact. You should always have an open mind and admit when you're wrong. You know?
Because there's a lot of instances where you
put your foot in your mouth or you're wrong about something. I mean, it happens all the time.
That's the whole beauty of science and trying to figure out data.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Fucking up. Like, you fuck something up, you learn from it. You have to learn from it.
But that's crazy, too. I love how we're just going everywhere. But science itself, too, they don't even agree with each other.
No.
An Egyptologist would be like, oh, yeah, those are made by Egyptians. That pyramid was made by Egyptians. But a geologist or some other like really known
Or
science,
an architect would be like, there's no way that they could have made that or whatever.
And and he would literally be like, you're lying. We both disagree. And now there's a fucking fight in the science community.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be agreeing with this shit.
I feel like that's a good thing, though. I mean, at least they're fighting about that and trying to advance it, you know? But yeah, it is kind of funny how it's interpreted differently. An Egyptologist, of course, is like, yes, it was built by Egyptians.
But yeah, a geologist would be like, this is weathering damage. If this is weathering damage, then how the hell does this happen in the dynasty of the Egyptians? It's all fucking desert and savanna.
Yeah.
It never rained.
It never rains.
But yet there's water damage to the fucking Sphinx. That blows me away. I'm getting a little heated. I can't get that heated over it.
Heated. Fuck!
Fuck this! It's like I kicked the camera like you said. It was just you. Fuck!
Fuck, dude, you broke my camera. It's like years.
But I mean, that's the beauty of life too, is like getting to know all this stuff, keeping an open mind.
Yes, definitely.
Because there's a lot of people that wouldn't even touch any of these subjects at all.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's good to be researching things like this and to have an open mind, because you realize time and time again, like, oh, I was wrong about that. Like, it's very humbling knowing that, you know, I could be wrong about something. And I think that enhances your knowledge and actually drives you to seek that knowledge out.
Yeah.
If you just think you're right, that's going to stifle you, and you're going to stay the same for the rest of your life. You're going to be a dick. What was that?
Gangsters, bro.
Rolling by your house?
The Cholos just passed by. Eh?
I was like, dude, that came out pretty clear. Man, these mics are pick up a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you heard that too on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I kind of have the two mics too, because there's some people that kind of like don't know how to really talk to mics and stuff too. It still picks up pretty well from this angle and stuff.
But you could tell when you like
You're supposed to
come a
that.
little bit away. Yeah, it's an omnidirectional mic. I think that's what they call it.
And you're supposed to hear yourself. That's the point.
But just like I was like, oh, I shouldn't bend this. It's like, boom!
And there's all
You broke it, dude.
One of the things I don't like are the clamps for the bottom of this thing. It's not a flat surface at the bottom, so it's like kind of got at a weird angle that you can literally pull this off. Like if you just pulled it off, it'd go like this and just come right off of that section. Even though it should be really tight, really well niched, it's not. It's not. It's so shitty. It's the table though.
You got a good setup here though, man. I mean, it's pretty damn good, man.
I need a better table. And everyone always asks for two. Everybody wants two.
Their own table?
No. Every time I'm like, hey man, do you want to be on the podcast? They're like, yeah, but can I bring my friend? I'm just like, I don't have that. I don't have that setup, and I don't really like that setup.
That'd be funny. Somebody's like, hey, like over their friend, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Let me try. I'm trying to talk. But especially if you have two people that I've never met before and I'm trying to have a conversation, they'll kind of over dominate the conversation because they'll probably talk about memories and stuff that they've had.
That's true.
Ideas and stuff. But yet the one-on-one thing is so powerful because like we see body cues, we see eye movements, I see your laughter.
Yeah.
It's all really like hands-on. I like
very true.
I like the one-on-one a little bit more just to get things going and stuff. But I mean eventually it's gonna go bigger. Big Bad Dawn, what is up? Thank you for joining. He says, keep America great every second of every day. And that's just facts. That doesn't even have anything to do with fucking Trump.
Politics.
Keeping America great is doing it yourself. If you have a politician or some kind of people trying to do it for you, then you're not making America great. You as a person yourself should make America great and keep it great because it's always been great since the 90s, since I was born, because that's all I remember. I don't remember.
90s, I made America great.
I don't fucking remember the 80s. So since the 90s, America has always been great.
Man, I miss the 90s.
There's been some crazy stuff too, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe the musical genre that you were into at that age. I freaked out. The whole Mudhoney, freaking
oh yeah, dude,
all of that shit. I was like, who the fuck are these people? And then I ended up learning about them. They're like dope ass punk bands, stuff that has like indie kind of stuff to them. Now you would call it indie, but back then it was more.
Well, it's interesting, man, how we've both influenced each other's musical tastes. I mean, you know, King Diamond. I still listen to King Diamond. I love King Diamond. I can't do it.
It's like
I'd bust my vocal cords if I tried to do that.
I'd scream 5 octaves higher. Ah!
But yeah, that was all musical influences from my brother and his friends.
That's crazy too. And to think that Kevin was his friend. Kevin's a sickle black metal guy.
Yeah, and he hates grunge music. He fucking hates it with a passion.
That's hilarious.
But black metal, man, I mean, I would have never learned about that culture unless it was for Adrian and Kevin.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You too, fucking. I remember going to your house and I spent the night and you had like this pack of CDs there and you were like, oh yeah, dude, check them out. I think they were Matt McCarty's. He left them at your house.
Oh shit, okay.
And then one of the fucking CDs in there was Children of Bodom, Follow the Reaper. And
yeah.
Dude, that's my life now, dude. Ever since that day, Children of Bodom became something that I can never stop listening to. And it's all because of the influences of other people that they listen to.
Opeth, if it wasn't for Matt McCarty or Kevin, I would have never really listened to Opeth.
And they and themselves are just a fucking powerhouse, dude.
Yeah.
Powerhouse.
Well, it's crazy. Have you kept up with them, dude? They're doing like Swedish folk music now. They've like completely kind of gotten away from metal.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and that makes sense. Kind of cool. Too. Yeah, it makes sense because they're musicians. They're not metalheads.
Stifled to one genre. Yeah.
That's what I've loved about trying to be a musician is like I'm not trying to just be metal. I mean, it's fun. That's the thing I grew up on.
Yeah. But that's something you're going to always love. But
I still love throwing down on a jazz riff or a Paula Abdul riff or fucking
Brad Paisley,
Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
Anything like that, it always blows me away just to start just listening to it. Shout out to you 6 viewers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. We got a like on that as well. You're awesome. Gas Mask says, don't shove your flag in my face. Oh, yeah, that was probably from the Keep America Great Again. Big Bad Don also said, respect my man, see ya. It's good to see ya. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. You guys are awesome. We're here hanging out, just having conversations, just chilling, talking about some random stuff. I'm trying to remember what else we were talking about in the car that we can bring up. Because there were some pretty good, funny topics, man. I was like, what the fuck? Cardi B. Cardi B. Want to hear a good song that won't ban you? My Stuff. That's what Big Bad Don said. Unfortunately, Don, no, I'm okay right now. Send me a link, I guess. We'll probably check it out later on or something. But make sure to Google MuseMe TV. That's where all the good stuff is at.
It's going to be implanted in your brain soon.
So are you working on anything big coming up? Anything you're trying to work on? Anything anything you're thinking about doing?
No, not really, man. I mean, I've kind of just been, hanging out with family a lot more, which has been really good.
That's good.
And, hanging out with friends a lot more, which has been great, man. I mean, for a while, I just got caught up in the lifestyle of just work all the time. And I kept pushing that stuff off to the wayside. So it's been good. This whole thing has, gotten me closer to family members and friends, which has been great. There's that silver lining between it,
So, yeah, it's the appreciation of the family and stuff.
Family and friends, man. I mean, that's kind of, if you don't have that, I mean, you're alone.
That's a political statement right there.
Yeah.
Family and friends. Take that, Trump. Anyways, man, we've been here for like an hour and 20 minutes. Just chilling.
Yeah.
Having good conversation.
Live to win till you die.
Anyways, Evan, dude, thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you. We're gonna go smoke some weed now, guys. We're gonna go get high, have some fun.
Let's get stoned, man.
Where do you want my fans to find you? Where can they find your stuff? Dude, this guy's a filmmaker. He's doing all kinds of fucking shit out there, guys. Make sure to follow him wherever he tells you right now.
Follow my Instagram. It's Evanman. ITSEVANMAAN.
Dope.
And that's pretty much all I have for social media right now. You'll be seeing some stuff in the future.
Tell him the YouTube as well.
Evan White. Just look me up.
Evan White, guys. I'll put up some description, or I'll put up some links in the description and stuff. But make sure to check him out, man. He's, old time friend, man. This is like one of my fucking oldest friends.
Known each other since
been there for
freshman year of high school.
Man. This guy, I even consider this guy more of my cousin than Paul, dude, because we've been through so much, man. You've been there through everything, man.
Yeah.
Even my transitions to fucking another town, you still kept up. We were like, hey, man, I know you're in Penasco and stuff, but I'll still come visit you, man. And that meant so much to me, dude. I was just like, those are like those lifelong friends that you make.
I'm just glad we're still friends, man, and none of us have lost our minds yet.
That's true.
Yeah,
kind of. We're all still kind of rocky.
We've all lost our minds in certain ways, but I mean, at least we haven't gotten off the deep end.
Hell yeah.
Some of our friends lost and long gone. We send love out to them too.
Yeah, we love you all, guys. This podcast is all about love and appreciation about everybody. The human race is amazing, and you guys got to remember that, because without everyone else, there is no you.
Yeah, you are molded off of the experiences of other people.
Very true, man. Very true. Again, man, thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much, brother.
And the great words of Paul Stanley.
Live to win! Live to win! You guys know what to do, guys. Just check me out, MuseMe TV, anywhere. Just Google that shit. Like, literally, you'll find me no matter where you are.
Google it, man. He's a funny dude. He's climbing up in comedy right now, and he's writing some great material, and we need to start working together on something very soon.
We'll get some shit going, man. Thank you, guys.
So that'll be in the future.
You guys are awesome, guys. Thank you for joining. Peace.